Hey guys, it's Dale with the insurance. Today we're going to talk about it's a few tips from an article that are always good to kind of go over at least one or two times a year. The title of the article is "How to Avoid Common Homeowners Insurance Claims," and it's not so much how to avoid them, but how to mitigate them, right? Because you're you're probably gonna have claims. You can't stop the weather, but you can prepare so that that claim, instead of being $10,000, might be a fraction of it, right? Um, so homeowners claims are typically very important because one, as we alluded to, they're very expensive. Two, your home is crucial to carrying out your daily life, right? So nobody really wants to endure any claims, and if you do, you want them to be mitigated and taken care of as quickly as possible. These little notes can help do that. The first one is water damage, right? So given this is typically not covered under your standard policy, you'll want to actually have a separate policy or a rider or endorsement added to your policy to cover you for flood, bursting pipes, resulting water damage from any leaks or bursts or anything like that. So make sure you do that. The second one is wind and hail, right? So a lot of people use hurricane clips for their roofs to keep the roofs kind of tight when the wind reaches a certain mile per hour. You've got storm windows, storm doors. Another thing that seems simple, but you should certainly do, especially if you know a hurricane may be coming down or high winds from a tornado may be coming in your area, is to make sure you store all loose items that may be outside. A lot of people don't think about that, but obviously if you get a really high gust of wind, something can be used as a projectile, come straight into your home, that can cause a lot of damage. Third, this doesn't happen often, and it's actually not a laughing matter, but lightning, right? So lightning, you could imagine, even though it doesn't happen often, when it does, the resulting fire can cause quite a bit of damage, right? So a lot of people use lightning rods, surge protectors, things like that to mitigate that loss. Number four, this happens very often, fires. I feel like this is probably the peril that's most protected against. But just keep in mind things like space heaters, keeping your fireplace really clean, and just being very careful around open fires, whether it's a bonfire, a grill, maybe a flame from deep frying a turkey on Thanksgiving. Those are the type of things that slip your mind, that you're not thinking about, where a fire could happen. And remember, a fire spreads very fast, so that's where the damage could creep in. Number five, this is accidents, and not accidents in the sense of any of the four perils we just spoke about, but slip and falls, accidents in terms of liability, right? So someone slips and falls on your property, who's liable for that suit? And in our litigious society right now, you can be taken to court just for about anything. So to kind of mitigate it against this, make sure all your walkways are kind of free of ice, pretty dry, not slippery. There are no obstructions that someone can slip over or trip over. Sorry. And that'll help mitigate any potential slip and falls where you could be found liable. The last one, also often overlooked, are dog bites, right? So, and this applies to homeowners, renters alike. Although your dog might be absolutely a saint and perfectly trained, You can never be too prepared. So when strangers or visitors are over, keep a careful eye on him or her, because if they do bite someone or scratch someone or harm someone on your property, or at all for that matter, you could be found liable. And for these last two, dog bites and accidents, because that's liability, you may want to look at perhaps even increasing your limits from a liability standpoint. So those are kind of the 6 hints or pieces of advice we have for you. Hopefully they're helpful. Stop by next week. We'll talk to you later. Bye.